Okay, we got some stuff to talk about. The Yankees have lost three players in their organization. Plus, the Red Sox have acquired one of the players the Yankees were targeting this offseason. So let's get right into this. So if you didn't know, today was the Rule 5 draft, which is an opportunity for teams to select players who have reached a certain amount of service time and haven't been placed on teams' 40-man rosters. So minor league players who've been playing in the minors for a long time are on teams' 40-man rosters, are eligible for this draft. And if a team picks a player, then that player is now on the new team and they have to stay on the major league roster with that team or they get returned. So the Yankees had two people selected from the major league phase of the Rule 5 draft and one from the minor league phase. So the major league one is really the only one to worry about, you would say. So the minor league one barely matters. But the two players that were selected were Wilkin Rodriguez and Zach Green. The St. Louis Cardinals selected Rodriguez and the Mets selected Green. So Rodriguez is a 32, almost 33-year-old right-handed pitcher. He hasn't played in the minors in like 5 years or something, a long time. He's actually been playing in independent leagues as a reliever. It's a little hard to find his stats because of that, but I don't think he's going to turn into much. I mean, there's a reason the Yankees didn't have him on the 40-man roster. He's old, and he was playing in an independent league. Not too much to be worried about here. And then the next one was Zach Green. Now, Green looks a little bit more promising. He is also a right-handed pitcher. He is 25 years old, and he pitched to a 3.42 ERA in 68 and a third innings at Triple-A, the highest level of the minors. He was used in kind of a combination of a relief pitcher slash starter. So kind of a long relief pitcher is what he might be used in as in the majors. He had good strikeout numbers, struck out over 12 batters per nine in the minors, but also walked over 4 per nine. So he has a little bit of a power arm here. So I'm going to just keep an eye out, but I'm not too concerned. And then, as I said, like Pablo, the player that was selected in the minor league part was Pablo Muisia, probably pronouncing that wrong. He was playing at like the lowest level of the minors, having decent stats, but he isn't even going to be playing on the Royals team who selected him, so that's not really one to be worried about because that was the minor league phase, which means he does not go to the major league team's active roster. So don't really be worried about him. There are mainly the two names to notice there. And a lot of people kind of want to freak out about this, I saw on Twitter and stuff. Because if you remember, Garrett Whitlock was someone who was selected in the Rule 5 draft a couple years ago by the Red Sox off the Yankees. And since then, he's put up a sub-3 ERA in 151 innings with them. So people were saying, oh, well, why are the Yankees... why are people... I don't want Yankees getting selected in this Rule 5 draft. Yankees should add all of them. But Whitlock was this really tough case where when he was selected, he hadn't pitched in about 2 years because of an injury. And then in 2020, then the minor league season didn't exist due to like the lockdowns and all that stuff. So I don't think we're going to have a repeat of Garrett Whitlock with either of these two pitchers. Garrett Whitlock was just a bizarre case there where the Red Sox picked someone who was coming off of injuries and they scouted him right and did a good job. But I'm not very concerned with the two guys that were picked in the major league part of the Rule 5 draft being anything of significance. Then the other bit of news is that the Red Sox have made a move, and they have actually acquired a player that the Yankees were targeting, and that's outfielder, I'm going to mispronounce this name again, Masataka Yoshida. So he is reportedly in agreement with a contract for the Boston Red Sox. He's a left-handed hitting outfielder. He's coming from Japan. He is a pretty good hitter, but all the reports say that he is not a good fielder, which matches the Red Sox team pretty well because the Red Sox, they're not a good defensive team. But that's another target that the Yankees, someone the Yankees wanted who's off the board now. The Yankees were talking about how they needed to get a left fielder, and one's just gone right then and there. The amount of left fielders available in free agency is now a lot lower. Andrew Benintendi, he's probably the best. Then Michael Conforto, who has the upside to be really good, but at the same time he hasn't played in over a year. And then some people have been saying like, oh, get Brandon Nimmo, but he's a center fielder. He's probably going to want to stay in center field and might not sign with the Yankees if he's forced to move to left. So the Red Sox are, making a good move here. They're getting a good hitter. They're getting a Yankee target away from the Yankees. So that's the news today. The Yankees organization lost 3 players, and the Red Sox have picked up a Yankees target.